Welcome back, everybody. I'm so grateful to welcome a friend from college in the studio today, Tiege Dooley-Panko. She has achieved a lot since I saw her last. She's a red carpet journalist and a former Lakers girl. She's also struggled with an addiction to the digital world like so many of us. So today we're discussing her brand new book called The Social Media Detox, and I'm so happy to see her. Good morning, Tiege.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me, Rosie. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's so exciting. I love to have you in the studio. Last time I saw you was maybe 10 years plus in Missouri, so time has moved, y'all. Okay, talk to us about your experience, if you would, with social media, because you've had some very front-facing jobs, and they kind of expect you to have a social media presence.
Absolutely. I mean, so many of my jobs have been tied to social media, and it's been a big part of my jobs. And so I think, having that pressure all the time to be on and to be creating content around your own personal brand for another brand has been a lot of pressure over the years. So I feel like there was a point where I realized that I was more concerned about getting validation online than I was with real life interaction. And I think that's when I realized I had a little bit of a problem.
A bit of a problem, yeah. Well, some of that has been difficult because, for example, on the red carpet, you want people to watch your interviews. As a Lakers girl, you want to say, hey, look at these fantastic outfits we're wearing. Come see us dance, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so it has been a difficult balance, but I think now I have become a little bit more mindful of my presence on social media, and I think that has really changed the way I look at a lot of things.
Yeah, because I think bringing it back into balance without giving it up completely is maybe the hardest struggle of all. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But you've written this fabulous book, The Social Media Detox.
Yes.
It's 14 days, y'all, which I really like because that to me seems very digestible. What's it about? What are you trying to get people to take away from it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's 14 days of topics, and then there's challenges that go along with each topic of the day. So one of the examples is we talk about FOMO, the fear of missing out. So then that it's a big one, and I fall victim to it all of the time. Just feeling bad when friends are having parties and you're not invited or whatever it is. And the challenge for that day is making social plans. So reaching out to friends you maybe haven't seen in a while, reaching out to family members, making things active on your schedule. I think that's really helpful to combat FOMO on social media.
Absolutely. And as far as what you want people to take away, are we trying to kind of address this overarching mental health? I mean, kind of an elephant in the room about what social media has done to us, because now we've got kids who are growing up with it. What are you hoping the book can do for folks?
I'm really hoping that the book can create some more mindfulness and give people their power back, right? I mean, for so long, we've been given these devices and there were no parameters. There was no rules. We didn't know what we were getting into.
And you can be on them all day, every day.
Right, exactly. So I think really finding the places that social media helps you, using that to your advantage, and then when you find things that don't work for you, dismissing those, kind of being more mindful about your use and compartmentalizing how you look at it.
And you brought a couple of detox tips for us today, which I think are really helpful. The first one is to remove triggers.
Yes.
I think mindlessly, it's so easy to open an app. You pull up your phone, just click Facebook, just click Instagram, just click Snapchat, that sort of thing. So what are you talking about here when you talk about triggers?
Yes, so triggers, especially if you're doing a social media detox, I always suggest hiding, muting, or deleting those apps while you're doing the social media detox, just so you don't have that opportunity, that temptation to reach for Instagram really quickly and just look at it for a second, because as we know, it seems innocent when you click on it, but you can get into a hole.
Endless scrolling.
It never ends.
It never ends. Staying busy and active, I think this is one that's so obvious, but kind of something that we forget to do, quite frankly, because we think our lives are so busy.
Absolutely. I think that's another thing. When people start doing a social media detox, they realize they have so much more time to do things. So I think when you're doing the detox, it's really important to stay active, stay busy, make those social plans, get out into the world, do hobbies that you used to enjoy, start new hobbies. I think there's a big opportunity to really just get out and start experiencing the world again, if you will.
And your point about validation, I think, is so important, because on social media, it's everyone's best day. Or you're looking for a little bit of sympathy or pity, so maybe it's a slightly sadder post, but it's still like this seeking of people reaching out to you. And so I think people are missing that connection.
Absolutely. And you know what's so weird about social media is you feel like you're being connected to things, right? Like
Yeah.
you feel like I'm a part of a community. I know
I can
what's
talk to
going on
anyone
in
in the
someone's,
world.
life.
Yeah.
I feel like I knew what was going on in your life because I follow you on social media. But there is a difference between knowing what's going on and having that real human connection and having that screen in front of you. So I think that makes the difference.
Absolutely. Okay, and finally, distance from your device physically.
Oh my gosh, this is a huge one. This is one of my favorite things that we talk about in the book. Phone proximity is huge. So there's studies and research that suggest that having your phone open and by you in your sight line actually tricks your brain to subconsciously think about it. So you're actually kind of thinking about what's going on that phone, what email am I getting? But if you put your phone in a bag or in a drawer or in a different room throughout the day, it does so much for your mental health. It provides a lot of mental clarity and just really lets you to focus on things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that part.
Then gives you the opportunity to go and explore those hobbies or get back out in nature.
Exactly.
That sort of thing. Okay, we're in our last few seconds here. Just want to ask where we can find your book now that it's published.
Yes, it is on Amazon right now. It is The Social Media Detox and by Tiege Dooley-Panko.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Teague.
Thank you, Rosie.
All right, guys, Teague's book, as you heard, is officially published and available on Amazon. Learn more about stopping scrolling and starting living at social-media-detox.net.